All right, so working out these problems here, all of these are going to be represented on your test. What you have to remember is a triangle, the angles add up to how much? 180, right? So if we add it up, we can call this x. If we said x plus 75 plus 50 equals how many degrees for triangle? 180, okay? You can combine like terms on the same side. 75 plus 50, that gives me 125. Opposite of positive 125, subtract 125. So x equals 55. Okay, and that's 55 degrees. Um, this next one, there's a couple ways you can do it. We can call that x. If we have a linear pair, meaning a line is split into two parts, not the angles, if that's our x, what are those two angles going to add up to? Okay, remember a line equals 180 degrees. Okay, so um, 180 degrees, unfortunately, in this case, won't help us, right? Because if we know the whole thing is 180, we don't know how big each piece will be. Okay, so we actually, in this case, have to know the exterior angles theorem there. Okay, and that states that the two interior angles will be added up and be equivalent to our exterior angle. So x is going to equal those two interior angles that are far away. That's 40 plus 40. X is 80 degrees. Okay, for number 3, what type of angles are those? Those are vertical angles or kissing angles, and those are equal. Okay, so 77 will equal 7x plus 14. And from there we're solving. So opposites, subtract 14. We get, let's see, 63 equals 7x, divide by 7x, or by 7, sorry. Divide by 7 both sides, because we're multiplying 7x there. So divide by 7, we get x equals 9. Okay, now here they want us to solve for x, so that's our answer. If they wanted an angle, we would have had to take that 9 and plug it in. Okay. Here we have, for number 4, these are same side interior. Okay, remember, draw your house there. The interior, that's the same, or that's inside of the house. Same side, meaning same side of our line, or I described it as a fence. Okay, so those angles are on the same side. And we know those two angles have to add to 180. Okay, or equal 180. So we would say 110 plus 10x plus 10 equals 180, and go ahead and solve that. 5 and 6, okay, draw our house there. Those are corresponding, okay, and those are equal. Okay, so you're going to set up an equation and solve where those are equal. Same thing with 6, draw your house. Those are alternate exterior, and those are equal. So you could set 15x plus 10 equal to 16x plus 4 and solve. I'll actually do that one since we have x's on both sides there, so they're going to be equal. And I'm going to subtract 15x because this is positive 15. We get 10 equals 1x plus 4. Opposite of plus 4, subtract 4. So we get 6 equals x, or just x equals 6. Okay, the mid-segment theorem, that is for number 7. The mid-segment, okay, if it's 3 there, it's going to be 6 for the side parallel to the midsegment. Okay, and I called that the base side before. So the midsegment side, if you just look at it, we know the midsegment's on one side, base side is on the other. And the side just looks, right? If you look at it, it's smaller than the base. So we're going to multiply 2 times the midsegment to get the base. Okay. So if I'm doing 9, same formula, 2 times midsegment will equal my base side. So there's my midsegment, 2 times, we can use times as parentheses, x plus 18 equals my base. The base is x plus 29. 2 distributes. Okay, and here we're solving, so opposite of x is going to be minus x. And what's that number in front? It's a 1. Okay, so subtracting 1, those cancel. 2 minus 1x, we get 1x plus 36 equals 29. Opposite of plus 36, subtract 36. X equals negative 7. Okay, I want you guys to make sure you're doing at least number 10 and number 8. 11 here, what is that red triangle equal? Okay, that's 90 degrees, right? So that whole thing is 90. So we could say b plus 66 equals 90, the whole thing. Okay, and you would solve that. Here we have vertical angles. What do we know about those? They are equal. 13 also vertical angles. Equal. Okay, these two are, think of it as this line is broken up into 2 pieces. That's a linear pair. Remember, a line equals 180 degrees. So they're saying this whole thing is 180. One piece is 129, the other piece we don't know. They call it b. So you could set up an equation and solve there. Here they want you to find the value of x. We know that a red triangle is 90 degrees. So we can add that first part to the second part. Now will equal the whole thing, which is 90. So 2x plus 18 equals 90. We can combine like terms. 3x plus 18 equals 90. Subtract 18. 3x equals 72 divided by 3. X equals 24. Okay, 16 vertical angles. We know those are equal. Set up an equation, solve them. Area of a parallelogram is base times height. So that's 9 times 3, 27 centimeters squared. Okay, for a trapezoid, it is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height. That's for area of a trapezoid. Okay, and in this case, we have 1/2. Base 1 is 2.8 plus 6 times our height, which is 3. That's going to be 1/2, 8.8 times 3, which will give me, half of 8.8 is 4.4 times 3, and that's going to give me 13.2. And remember, area is always units squared. Okay, here find the missing measurement. We can think of that as x. We know the area of a rectangle is length times width. So here our area is 40. That's going to plug in there to the left side. Equals our length. It doesn't matter which side's length. X is could be length or 5. We'll call 5 the length, and the width as x. So divide by 5. X is 8 kilometers. Okay, notice it's not squared units because it's just a side. Okay, go ahead and solve number 20.